Hey guys, welcome to snowboarding for beginners. I myself am still beginner, even though I think my total number of years that I snowboard is about 5 or 6. I'm not um, overly athletic. I'm 5'9" or 175 centimeters. I weigh about 200 pounds. So, um, as you can see, I'm not very athletic. Yet, I fell in love with this sport. Um, it probably best way to say it. It makes me happy to go to a mountain and spend a day with my family. Um, so it's really an activity that I enjoy to do during winter time. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because when I started, I thought that snowboarding was too difficult, but later, as I got into um, more uh, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, I guess as I became more experienced, I understood uh, how to ride easier. Uh, I guess it's same, with maybe with when you learn to ride a bicycle. Maybe initially it's very busy, you fall, you scratch your knees, but then once you learn it, it's somewhat easy, and actually you cannot unlearn, I think, how to ride a bicycle. So same thing here. So as many of you might already realize that uh, it's not a cheap activity. Um, Snowboard itself could cost a lot of money. Also bindings that you have to buy separately, and and then you need to have boots, um, a helmet, goggles, um, and if you don't want to be wet, then you want to buy yourself uh, a ski or snowboard, well, I guess snowboard pants that are waterproof. So why am I making this video? I wish, well, aside that I might make some money from Google, but I wish I knew some of the things. For example, um, my first snowboard that I bought, after I rented it, I I realized that um, it's not the right one. So I've discovered it after searching through a lot of videos and a lot of websites, and just because someone advertised, someone has like top 10 list of, say, the best snowboard, I have no doubt that, you know, these guys know what they're talking about. In fact, it's probably a very good snowboard. However, if you're a beginner, it might not be beginner friendly. And this goes for bindings, and also maybe even for boots. So, uh, hopefully, after you watch my videos, you will get better idea of, you know, how to make your day at the mountain more enjoyable. I'll give you a hint. If you go to a mountain, and of course, almost nobody buys snowboard or boots first time they're doing it. I mean, you can rent those things just to see if you love or hate it, but you need to know if you're goofy or regular, meaning when you ride on the snowboard, let's say this is a snowboard, if you put your left foot in front or you put your right foot, it's important. Um, Also, if you're gonna spend $100 for a lift ticket, it's also important that you're not wet, because once you sit down on the snow, immediately you're gonna get wet, and it's probably worthwhile to wear waterproof pants. So again, if you wanna spend $100 and feel uncomfortable during the whole day, um, go ahead, but I wouldn't do it. Also, maybe you don't need to buy a lift ticket. As a matter of fact, uh, a lot of people make this mistake. They they rent equipment, and they buy a lift ticket, and then they never get out of beginners areas. So typically, uh, when you go into the office where you buy a lift ticket or where you rent equipment, typically they display all the prices, and no, you will see that beginners areas might be significantly cheaper or even free. So what you should do, if it's you're really a first time and you're not familiar with this mountain, just go outside, look around, see what kind of beginner areas they have. Maybe you're not gonna get past magic carpet. Magic carpet is like a belt that you see like in a supermarket when you put produce and then cashier scans it. A lot of mountains would have this magic belt. Of course, it's much bigger. It's probably like I don't know, a few feet wide. So you step on it, and it takes you to a small incline, and then you get off uh, the magic carpet, and it's a very beginner friendly, incline, maybe a few degrees, really for beginners. Point here is that again, it's much cheaper. You are not gonna spend um, you know normal amount, which could be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, even I've seen lift tickets for $130. So even more, I mean, probably people in California or I don't know, some of those more expensive places laugh at me because it could be even more than that. So if you're learning, why spend, you know, so much money if you're not gonna get on the lift? And by the way, most one of the most important things um, that you need to learn is how to get on the lift, but more importantly, how to get off. Because when the lift is approaching, you know, the area where you're supposed to get off, right? You have to take this. Um, I don't even know what you call it. I'm gonna have to edit the video, but it's a thingy that protects you from falling down. So you kind of like take it up and get out of the lift. And you know, people fall down because its lift doesn't stop. It continues to move, and you hopefully are not gonna bump into someone who just fell and laying there um, in front of you. So, two things here. You hopefully are not gonna fall down, and hopefully you're not gonna bump into someone who fell down in front of you and just, you know, still sitting there or laying there in the worst case, or you know, just is just lost and just standing and not sure what to do. Um, so all these things, I hope I will explain, and again, as I mentioned it probably more than once. Um, Hopefully, it will be a more enjoyable time at the mountains. See you soon.